Do you think that then you do a lot of activism, you do a lot of volunteering work? Do you think the veganism has helped you in physically and mentally, or do you think is there impact?
Yes, for the last 12 years I've been vegan, and my
So
health,
12 years?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So my health is good.
And he's still alive?
And I'm not on any prescribed medications,
Yeah.
right? So I don't have any.
Do you take any multivitamins?
Only B12. Yes,
There you go.
as a supplement.
Yeah.
So take a B12 as a precaution of any deficiencies. And having worked in aged care, I know that B12 deficiency is not limited to vegans, because meat eaters, and I've seen people who eat meat 3 times a day, they're still deficient. So it's a physiological response by the body. So it's not just vegans alone. So meat eaters are also deficient. You can be deficient, right? So being a vegan is a major contributor to my health. But also I look at health holistically. So it's not just physical health, but also mental health and emotional health. And being a Buddhist, practicing regular meditation and mindfulness practice helps in the latter aspects of mental and emotional health. So also we have to consider our total lifestyle has to be, we have to get sufficient exercise. We also need sufficient rest and sleep, right? And also take regular holidays to distress, and knowing how much stress we can handle, whether at home or in the workplace. We should try to live in such a way that we are not too stressed out. And there are, of course, lots of things we can do to minimize too much stress in our lives. So yes, so it's what we eat, the exercise we do, right? The sleep and the rest we have. How much stress are we that we encounter ourselves, and how we can relax, and how we can let go of things. And letting go, that includes the practice of meditation and mindfulness.
Okay. So the last question, this is always bothers me, because when I became a vegan, one of the biggest attraction to me is being a vegan is your compassion, not just go towards animal, right? But even some of vegans, I've seen some of them, like, you use bad words, vulgar words, actions, and this and that. Do you think it's okay for vegans to do that sort of stuff, or do you think vegans should play more this intellectually rather than emotionally? Like, because these industries want us to be play silly and stupid. They want us to look like we are crazies,
Yeah.
So do you think for us to it's better for us to give that ammunition, or we should we should play it with the facts?
I would say that we need a balanced approach, because vegans are sensitive, or more sensitive, to the cruelty of animal exploitation, and so it's easy for us to get angry, and for the anger to develop into hate. So, and once we do that, then of course we will say a lot of things, nasty words, right, to others. My view is that kindness and compassion applies to all. So it's towards humans and also to animals. I wouldn't want to wish ill or harm to anybody, even my enemies. So I would say that we have to be kind and compassionate to all.
The reason I asked that question, I'm not talking about like, I support DXC.
Yeah.
Whenever I can, I support them.
Right.
I believe in activism. We can't put everything in a one jar and say this is how it should be.
Yeah.
That's no problem, because if these guys don't go to the farms, we will never have these footages and what abuse they done and all.
Yeah.
So some people have to get their, unfortunately, hands dirty.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about some people's behaviors, like they use F words, they use that. That's what I'm talking about. The different sort of activism, it's fun. Because people can criticize, everyone can criticize anything, but it's hard to do something. So these people who go and do this stuff, I always applaud them, and I got no problem with that. But the thing is, some people really act like they're mean, and if you're part of some sort of movement, and that has compassion and the kindness, and you have to, what do they say, like walk to talk, or
yes, walk to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Yeah. Okay, I would never want to wish ill on anyone or wishing harm on anyone, right? Not even to my enemies. So it's if we act out of anger and hate, it's like picking up a piece of burning coal and throwing it at your opponent. In the end, you just get burned yourself. So being angry is one thing, and also being hateful is another thing. They don't have to go together in sequence as a pair. We can change our anger into something constructive. So we can turn it around from a destructive force into a constructive force, right? We grow up in a society where justice, unfortunately, is seen as being retributive, right? And not restorative. So our thinking is that if something is wrong, we have to punish, right? Rather than to educate and offer some kindness and empathy for the wrong, and guidance for the wrongdoer. So as a vegan, I would say that it would be, if we speak kindly, it follows the decision we have made to eat kindly. So eating kindly should also mean that we speak kindly. That is how I view how we should behave as vegans, right? So any criticism should be constructive and not destructive, right? So unfortunately, social media, especially Facebook, there is no demand for the people or whoever wants to post or to write for any responsibility. So it's very easy to make destructive remarks on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I think you're talking a lot about what happens in Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also in face-to-face, I think we should be civil.
Yeah.
Right. We may not agree with what others do.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, as vegans, we don't agree with what animal farmers or meat eaters or dairy farmers do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't need to be uncivil towards them.
Because we don't believe in animal welfare.
Yes.
We believe in animal liberation.
Yes. So in the Cube of Truths, which we go to, we meet all kinds of people, including animal farmers. So
that's how we met, right?
Yes. So we approach in the cubes with a civil approach.
So that's it for now, Albert, and thanks very much for for this interview. And it's so good to see you again, and hope to come and talk to you again soon. And thanks for sharing your story with all of our friends. Just like you guys heard, Albert is being vegan for 12 years. And like I said earlier, he's still alive. See, he's still here. And I've been vegan for 5+ years. I'm still alive. So once again, thank you very much. And
it's a pleasure, Dileepa. And thank you for interviewing me.
Do you have anything to say?
To the viewers?
Yeah.
So, I think no regrets living a vegan lifestyle. In fact, it's the optimal lifestyle to live. So, I hope you change if you're not a vegan. Change and become a vegan, please. Yeah, for yourself, of course, for the planet, and first of all, for the animals themselves. So, all the best to you. Have a good life.
Okay, thanks so much, and may all beings free. So, thank you very much. So, peace.